everyone can hear me all right. Just chill for a second while I get my gear together like I always do. I'm a tad behind. It's just got back from a dinner at the in-laws place. So just got the kids down to bed and got a few other little bits and bobs and all ready to rock and roll. So hopefully someone's going to come and join me soon. It's not just me monologuing, because that's always exciting, me hearing the sound of my own voice. But just give it a second and I'm sure someone will turn up. Again, need some like intro, not intro, intermission music. That's what I'm looking for. I need some intermission music. Still on my to-do list. Still getting there. Hey, Key Collecting 98, Kenobi, how are you, mate? Thanks for dropping in. So, hope you got a kick out of my reaction video to the pumpkin pie, mate. That was all for you. I reckon that I love the comment as well, putting the big smile on your face. Hey, we got Seven, Richard. Thanks for dropping in, buddies. So, like I said, we're just getting warmed up. So we're just waiting for a few people to jump in, say hi. Hey, there he is. Hinano, how are you, buddy? Thanks for dropping in. All right, now we've got a few people in the house. Let's kick it off with some trusty intro music. Let's get into it. All right. G'day, everyone. Osman Collect 63 here, and this is VeVe Weekends. We're up to number 14. Wow, 14. So we're just powering through the year as well. So give it up for 14. Hope everyone's having a fantastic weekend. So, hey, Double Cool's here as well. Thanks for dropping in. Also, while I've got Double Cool here, before I forget, big shout out to Double Cool. She just dropped her newest episode of Adventures in VeVe, which is number 36, I believe, is Telling Time. I haven't read it yet, to be honest, because I literally just got home. But just judging by the front cover, I recognize a TARDIS anywhere, so I'm assuming it's Doctor Who inspired, because I believe the newest Doctor Who episode just dropped recently as well, the first part of the Christmas special, I believe. So if you haven't read it already, go check out Double Cool's blog. Also as well, if my audio is playing up at any point during the show or during the space, just let me know, because I've had a few audio issues in the past, but so far everything seems to be working out okay. And yeah, if anybody wants to come up to the stage, say hi, say please do so. So it's not just me talking by myself. And yeah, so let's see what's going on here. No, so we've all got listeners. All right, so I'm just gonna have to monologue by myself for a little bit until someone wants to come up and see me. So let's kick off with some fun stuff. So I recently, as you all may have seen on the X Spaces, I made my first attempt at pumpkin pie, because on the last episode, I think it was VeVe went. Oh, I've got a request. Yes, someone to talk to. Hey, good, Josh from Collectors Gone Digital. How are you, Josh? What's happening?
Not too much. I figured I wasn't going to let you speak alone.
I know speaking alone is like dancing alone. It's just sad.
I am multitasking here, but I wanted to come up and speak. But yeah, how's everything?
Yeah, good, mate. Yeah, as I said, like I had a pretty good weekend so far. I made my first attempt at pumpkin pie on last night on Saturday, and posted the reaction video that I promised. And it looks like I got some pretty good responses. So it was a bit of fun. It was good pumpkin pie, I must admit. So that one was all for you, Key Collecting 98. I thought I could imagine you laughing your ass off in your chair when you were watching it.
Dude, that's so funny. I just tried pie for the first time not long ago too, and pumpkin was the first one.
Wait, what? So you haven't tried pie either?
Well, not until fairly recently. No, growing up, I was always on like all these like meal plans and stuff. So like so when I moved away to university, that was like a big big eye opener for me. So like trying sushi for the first time and all that stuff was back then. And
oh wow,
yeah, pie was on the list, but I think I've only had pumpkin and apple actually. So, but pumpkins, yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, I was quite impressed with how mine tasted as well. Mine was actually homemade because here in the UK, like I said, nobody sells pumpkin pie. So the only hope I had of actually trying pumpkin pie is I had to make one. And it wasn't actually over. I mean, like I'm sure like everyone's got more like elaborate ways of making pumpkin pie, but mine was like very like sort of bare basics. It was just I'll spill the beans. It was basically just a can of pumpkin. It was like a can of pumpkin with a can of sweetened condensed milk, some what was it? Cinnamon, nutmeg, ginger, some egg, pinch of salt. Basically whipped it all together in a pre-made pastry, and then whacked it in the oven.
Very nice. I did not know it was homemade.
Yeah. Oh yeah, mate. Yeah. No, I made that piece of pie that everyone saw on X. So that was all me.
Impressive.
Well, actually, no. I take that back. I did actually have an assistant. I had my son, Little Oz, basically helping me do some of the stirring and some of the pouring.
Oh, nice. A little father-son time.
Yeah, it was really nice. It was he had a good time, like like whiskey and all in the bowl and trying to pour it into the pastry. My daughter was just there, just trying to eat everything, so she wasn't overly helpful.
They're at the age now though where they'd be fun doing all that type of stuff.
Yeah. They thought it was great. Like they get to put on their aprons and like they jump up on the chairs to sort of like help like up a level with the benches so they can help Daddy like do the mixing and the pouring into the bowls and stuff. Yeah, it's good fun.
That's awesome.
But how's your weekend been? You recently had your watch party on your Discord. So how did that go?
Yeah, for the first one, it was pretty smooth. It was my fault choosing a movie that happened to be a different frame rate than what I was streaming it at. So it was just because it was like an action film, so like the fast parts were a little choppy. But I'll have to take that into consideration for future movies. But other than that, we had a few attendees, and it was good. It was fun.
No, wicked. So I would have attended myself, but like unfortunately, it's like at stupid o'clock in the morning for me. But hopefully, I'll catch one somewhere in the future.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. Maybe I'll have to run some maybe like in the mornings on the weekends or something like that, and then that way we get everybody involved. People out east and out west. So.
Like everyone, stay tuned. So yeah, if you're not following Collectors Gone Digital on YouTube or involved in the Discord at all, like definitely check it out. Yeah, and also big thank you for everyone who's just tuning in to join us. So like I said, I see Hinano, I see D, Casual, 007, Dukkencuvva. So g'day, mate. Thanks for taking the time to tune in. Another fellow Aussie, and of course we've got Kenobi Key Collector. Got Sev, Richard. So, like I said, just appreciate everyone taking the time out of their busy day to come chill with us. So, Josh, did you go for Big Bird at all today?
No, I didn't. I actually missed the drop. I was in a meeting, but I guess that's the whole point of the wait list, right? But no, I was a little busy. Did you?
Me, no. I've been very gem poor lately, and I had to allocate funds in other areas of my life, like trying to be a responsible adult for the next month or two, especially leading up to Christmas.
Yeah, that's fair. Especially with Christmas, right?
Yeah.
I know. I saw some of them augmented into reality. They look amazing. Somebody, I don't know whose username it was, but they augmented it on top of a building. It looked awesome.
I did see that one. I think
they're like, how do you get my birds? How do you get the birds off the roof or something like that?
Yeah, it was no, I know it's in the back of my head, but I don't want to say the wrong name because I might get in trouble.
Yeah, no, that one looked awesome. But other than that, I mean, in terms of the animations that they're releasing lately, I think they're nailing it.
Yeah, I mean, like whoever they got doing their animations lately, like it's like definitely up their game compared to like some of the older stuff.
So that's obviously amazing to see. So.
But yeah, cool. But I mean, obviously, market wise, I think they're not sold out in the store, which is no surprise, because it dropped for 40 gems, and we'll we'll do a little bit of market watch while we're here. Let's have a look. So
go for it.
To go for, I'll put on my best voice. This is just for casual. I'm still working on my voiceovers. And now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and now a bit of market watch. Right now, Big Bird is currently trading in the marketplace for 14 gems and 50 frags on the floor. And that is for the rare. And now let's go over to our secret rare, which is trading for, if I can find it. Oh, it's coming. Here we go. So our secret rare is now trading for 127 gems and 95 frags on the floor. So not doing too bad. But yeah, if you're looking to pick yourself up a Big Bird, 14 gems and 50 frags on the floor. So definitely down from its listing price, which is obviously no surprise. But we do have some cool looking stuff coming up in the for the next couple of drops. Though we've got a few comics, and also we also got I normally don't follow the one-on-one artwork because they're normally like ridiculously out of my price range. We've got this really cool one by Mark Brooks, which is Uncanny Avengers #1, which has Deadpool on the front.
Oh, I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, it looks like if I actually had the means to actually like going for any of these, this is probably one that I would go for because I am a bit of a Deadpool fan. But no,
when did they put 22 hours ago? Oh wow, I really missed
this
that
is
one.
like breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, no, it looks very cool. So if anyone's in a position to get yourself a one-of-one, definitely go for it. Or not go for it. Like I say all the time on this channel, nothing said on this channel is financial advice. Do what you will with your own money. Be responsible, be an adult, and don't do silly things. Because I'm just a guy talking to a microphone on the internet.
Just like everybody.
Like everyone else. And
what's your thoughts on the recent OMI Discord?
I actually haven't been it's cool. I mean, I haven't had a chance to do anything with it because I've been like busy with life. But it's interesting how they're sort of like seems like they've sort of separated themselves like into two sort of separate sort of like entities now. Mm-hmm. But just before I get into it, I want to welcome Sev up to the stage. I think this is the first time you've come up and speak with us. Say welcome.
Yes. Hello. It's Sven. It's Sven.
Oh, Seven. Sorry. I apologize. Sorry, I do try and get people's names right. But
no problem.
But thank you for coming up. How are you?
Yeah, thank you. I'm doing great. I'm listening to your podcast. I like it. Take my time to listen to you. It's good to be here.
No, thank you very much. We're glad to have you here. Are you into the digital collector space, mate? Are you involved with VeVe at all? Or what you into?
Yeah.
What's your story?
I'm from Belgium. I'm a gold and silver logo holder.
Oh, nice.
I am in the top 500, and I'm a master collector. So I'm really into VeVe.
Excellent. Well, there you go. I've got this for you, sir. If I can.
Yes. Yeah.
There it is. No, that's pretty cool.
Thank you. Yes. And I recently now joined a group. There's a new Telegram group for Auxure in France too. I recently noticed it.
Yes. So are you planning on going for the meetup in France?
Yeah, I really want to go. It's my first time I will go to a VeVe event, so yeah, I'm really looking forward to it, but I don't know yet which day I should come. It's a bit unclear for me now.
Yeah, no, I'm the same. I'm over here in the UK, and like I would love to go to France as well, but right now my circumstances are not looking overly promising for me to get there in time. But you never know, things might change.
Yeah. It's in January, so you still have some time to change your mind there.
I say, well, it's not so much a matter of do I want to go. It's a matter of like, will my will my bank balance and family let me? but that's an entirely different problem I'm trying to work out.
But I told my wife already I would go, and there's no discussion about that. That's the only thing I have to do this year. So
excellent, I love it. Just lay down the law. Say, so honey, for the end of January, I don't exist. I'm going to France. Good luck.
Yes,
I'll see you later.
Yeah, one or twice a year I do my thing, and Auxier I already told her within when I knew it, I was going to Auxier. There's no chance I will miss that one. So
if
it's clear.
Baby, I love it. Excellent. And Dee, we got Dee up on the stage. Dee, how are you? Always a pleasure to have you.
Yeah, hey, I wanted to say, Sven, you finally came up.
Yes, thank you. I'll dab it.
I know, if you had a dab emoji, I'll be sending you some.
Yes, thank you.
Welcome, good to see you up here, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, glad to have you here, and also, like I always say, like that invite goes out to anybody. If anybody wants to come up to the stage at any point, please do so. It's a safe space, a fun space. Just so long as Dee likes to adequately put, like, you're not a dick. We're welcome to have you, and welcome, like, different points of view, like, different things to talk about. Go for it.
You should just make that the motto for this group.
I should do it.
Just put it in like the banner on all the social media.
I should
pages.
do, shouldn't I? Like, if I actually became, like, like a premium member or something, I actually had more room to write stuff, and, like, when I post the spaces, like, I'd probably put that in there. But we got Dukkencuvva up on the stage. How are you, mate? Good to have you.
How you doing, big fella? You good?
Yeah, good, mate. How's things?
Yeah, not bad, man. I just wanted to come on and congratulate you on that magnificent looking pie you made.
Oh, thank you, sir.
I didn't get to taste it. I would have loved to have a go of it because, like I said, I've only had it once from my American friend who made it for me. Last Thanksgiving. We don't celebrate that, but for him it was Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you, man, that looked bang on, just like his. It looked delish.
Oh, thank you very much. So, yeah, like I said, like in the last episode of VeVe Wednesdays, everyone was absolutely mortified that I had never tried pumpkin pie before. So, so I made my missions is to try and find some pumpkin pie. But like I said, like over here in the UK, nobody sells it, so I had to make one. And I was quite happy with how it turned out, and it was very very easy to make. But I'm sure everyone's has different ways of making it. But yeah, tasted really nice, and I think I'll make it a thing to do, like at Thanksgiving.
Yeah, just hit them up with some chocolate crackles and see how they like those, mate.
Exactly, chocolate crackles, and get the Lamingtons out there, mate.
So you said you might not be making it to Auxerre. That's a shame.
I don't know yet. I mean, like right now, it's not looking overly great, but I am working on it. Like I'm trying to put things in place that hopefully can get me there. But yeah, we'll see.
Mate, you got to make it happen. If it's not for no other reason than for my sake, mate, I've got to hang out with another Australian for at least a couple of days.
Oh yeah, you going, are you, mate?
Oh yeah, man. I got my tickets. I got everything booked.
Nice.
Bunk together.
Yeah, well, I'm staying with a mate of mine and Bob Sales and his nephew.
Oh no way.
So
is Bob going?
Yeah, man. I've been on his bum to get his tickets for the event for the last couple of weeks. He hasn't had the cash. He's been doing some other work. I mean, he's in a bit of a rough situation, same as yourself.
Yeah.
We've got me and my mate over here in Switzerland. We've got everything else paid for, Airbnb and all that stuff.
Oh,
so
nice.
He's coming. He's definitely coming. Big shout out to you and to Dee and Hinano, by the way. I haven't spoken to you guys for a long time. I haven't forgotten about you. It's a pleasure to see you guys around. I mean, these guys are like, if you guys don't know them, I'm sure you all do, but if you don't, these are quality human beings, man, for real.
Thanks, man. Yeah, it's good to see you too. I saw you up on stage on O'Malley and Ms. Geck's space yesterday.
With
Anthony,
Anthony from Derry. Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool.
That was good fun.
I didn't stay all the way, but did you go up and did you do your raps and stuff?
Oh, don't even start. No, I did not do that. No. I'm not drunk enough. I wasn't drunk enough for that. I am tonight. If you want, no.
Oh, shucks. Okay, next time.
No, it's just a pleasure to be up here, hear another Aussie accent. I don't get to hear that very often. So,
no, well, like I said, about you're always welcome in the space, and yeah, like if you need someone to to sing, like the national anthem or something to, like we can always hit us up.
Yeah, let's not and say we did.
Yeah. That's it. So,
All right, yeah, I just want to jump in and tell you that, I was pretty impressed with your little effort there. So I'm going to jump off and I'm going to stay in the space, but I'll jump off the mic and let everybody else have a go.
okay, no worries, mate. Well, yeah, like I said, like if you want to come up at any point, please do. So, yeah,
Right.
good to hear from you, and yeah, hopefully we'll talk more in the future.
Roger, I'll
Yeah,
skip up.
good to hear you. Have
Yeah,
a
you
good
too,
night.
D.
All right,
Cheers.
take care, mate. Excellent. So, D, did you go for Big Bird at all?
No,
It's like, no, sir.
not at all. No, sorry, Bob. No, I do not go for those. I'm not really a Sesame Street person except for Mr. Grover.
Oh, yeah. If they drop Grover, like that was definitely gonna be one to go for. Or for me, if it's gonna be the Count's gonna be my go-to.
It's Jay Green that posted that AR pic. If anybody wants to
is
check
that
it
who
out,
it
by
was?
the way.
Jay Greeder.
Yeah, and actually, have you guys seen the post that Chris put out, Severs, of how the costume used to be worn?
Yeah, it was the bloke in the center of the Big Bird, and he had his hand like up with doing the head movement. Is that right?
Is that real? Is that actually how they made it work? Like, that's crazy.
It would not surprise me though. I mean, like, because like back in the day, I mean, like,
How tall he was?
yeah. I'm just trying to find it.
I would have thought more along the lines of like he was on stilts inside the costume or something like that. But that's just like a really uncomfortable pose, having your hand like, because you're almost like your hand's just held up all day.
Man, I'm just trying to find it now. Just looking on Chris's X page, see if it. Oh yeah, there it is. Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah, that's the one.
That would be so uncomfortable. Imagine being in that costume for like even just 4 hours.
Oh god, yeah, your arm would be killing you.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, not for me. I mean, it kind of makes you feel like, for the people who like dress up like, like Disneyland and that, like, they wear like the Mickey Mouse costumes and stuff. But this is like looks like so much worse.
Yeah, and that string too to pull the other arm. That's interesting. If that's actually how it's worn, though, that's crazy. I
don't know. Maybe Chris might drop in at some point and let us know. Who knows?
Chris knows his stuff.
He does.
He was just telling me about the newest Back to the Future movie. I don't know if anybody's seen it yet. I haven't watched it, but he was saying that apparently it's a really good tribute to the first three, because like the remake that they made a few years back, I don't know if anybody will agree with me, it was pretty off. I wasn't the biggest fan.
And which one are we talking about? A new Back to the Future movie?
I didn't know they made one. I saw that Michael J. Fox put out like a sort of preview for a concept for the film, but I didn't know that.
No, me neither.
Yeah. But so the one with what's her name? Kathy? Is it Kathy? Oh no, not Kathy. The one where they did the all girls Ghostbuster remake.
Oh, you said Ghostbuster. I thought you said Back to the Future. That's why I was like, wait, what?
Hold on. I'm getting myself confused. One second. I'm putting myself on mute. One sec. Let me search this before I butcher this.
So
well, while you're doing that, I'm going to take the opportunity to fanboy out a little bit.
Yeah, go for it.
And Collector's Gone Digital, mate. Your channel is like the bollocks. I love your channel. Ever since you started putting out channels, I was already like hooked on it. You're doing amazing work with your stuff. Like for real.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
I've seen your comments on the channel for a while, so it doesn't go unnoticed. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
well, it's well deserved, mate.
And I second that. Yeah, so the content that you put out on YouTube and just the things you do like on X, like with the collectibles and how like just display the collectibles with some of those awesome backing tracks. I mean, that is just like next level. Like, whoa! I mean, like how long does it actually take you to make one of them?
Ironically, not that long actually. Those started actually with me just kind of screwing around. So like the first ones only took like 15-20 minutes. Now they're taking longer because I'm putting more like time into them. But if you notice, I've gone down from like posting 2 a week to just roughly 1 now. But I'm trying to improve the actual like film production. So it's about an hour to an hour and a half ish around there.
Okay, so not like ridiculously long.
Yeah, not too bad. I mean, nothing compared to like the actual episodes. The next episode we have coming out is like, in my opinion, it's a really interesting one. I'm going to be talking about certain things that you can make in the VeVe Verse that you can actually augment into reality. So like to enhance like your everyday like life.
Oh, okay.
Because I think a lot of people think from the perspective of like VR or like actually being on your computer inside the VeVe Verse, but there's like a whole feature of like you're going to be able to augment anything that you build into reality. Like your VeVe home, you can augment that into reality. Whatever world you build, you can augment the entire thing. So I think that's kind of flown under the radar a little bit. And yeah, I just want to talk about some things that you can, I mean, just even like to like the little desk accessories, right? Like you can just build anything in your home space using default models, and then you can just augment that model onto like your desk or something like that, right? Like there's so much that you can do with that. But
well, I do remember that at the was it DCon, I think, where they first showcased the VeVe Verse.
That's right.
They did show an AR image of the home space on a desk or something. So that kind of makes sense. But you're right, I didn't think about it.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, in the homes, the VeVe home. I don't know if you guys have seen the actual home that I use in like my graphics on the slides. That's the actual cutout image from the one that was augmented into reality from that convention. So it's not like an actual graphic that they just posted onto Google. It's like the actual thing. It looks like it's high quality. So yeah, it'll be interesting.
Yeah, very cool.
Something I was gonna say. Oh yeah, the Chris thing. It's Ghostbusters.
It is Ghostbusters. Yeah, I was just thinking because it's like Back to the Future. It's like when the hell did they release a fourth Back to the Future movie? It's like they haven't done anything like since. When did the last one come out? It must have been like late 90s or something like that.
Well, I don't know if you guys saw that, but Michael J. Fox did recently, like when I say recently, like maybe about a year ago, did actually like put a like production quality sort of preview out for a fourth Back to the Future concept film.
Oh, okay.
You should check that out. Like, I mean, the film obviously wasn't made, but Michael J. Fox payrolled this little preview for the concept of a fourth Back to the Future movie, and it looks pretty damn cool. What he managed to put together.
Yeah, because I definitely go for that. Well, here we go. Back to the Future Part 3 was 1990. So there you go. So I was way out.
Yeah. So with this Ghostbusters, because the last remake with what's her name? Is it McCartney keeps coming to mind.
Melissa McCarthy.
Yeah, right?
Melissa McCarthy.
Yeah. Thank you. That one, I mean, I don't know about you guys. I wasn't like the fondest of it, but apparently,
no, it was no good.
According to Chris, he said, I won't read it like his exact message or anything, but he said that like apparently like the cars, the equipment, the OG team, apparently like this new movie pays like really good homage to the original stuff. So, he says. This movie was a spectacular respect to Harold Ramis.
No, so that's the latest one coming out. Is it the Frozen? I can't remember now. Frozen Empire. That's the one.
Yeah, it's already out. It's on Netflix. No, it's not. Not Frozen Empire. Ghostbusters Afterlife.
Afterlife. Yeah. No, I've seen Afterlife. Afterlife was really good, especially like when they get the gang all back together at the very end of it. And I'm sure if Hinano could, he'd probably be jumping up to the stage right now to sort of like tell us all about it. But I'm getting a lot of thumbs up, especially a lot of thumbs down when it came to talking about that newer movie, because I know he wasn't a fan of it either. But I think the only thing I found entertaining about the remake of the lady version of Ghostbusters was Chris Hemsworth. I think he was the only like sort of like entertaining part of it out of the whole movie. The rest of it was pretty meh.
I agree. Kevin was awesome.
Yeah. Sorry, what movie was that?
Ghostbusters, the remake.
Oh. Yeah.
The girl
one.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But
I was just reading Double Quill's comment.
Oh yeah.
Karate
Yeah,
Kid.
there's a new Karate Kid movie. I did not hear about that, but I am a huge fan of those movies. Even the remake with Jaden Smith. That movie was amazing.
Yeah, I heard something about that too, like being a new Karate Kid movie in the works. And yeah, Jackie Chan was supposedly coming back to reprise his role as basically the Mr. Miyagi.
Oh, that's amazing. He has to. He played such a or he did such a good job for that role.
So let me see if I can't find a quick Google, see if I can get some news about it.
Jackie's getting a little dated though.
He is. I mean, I did see one movie on Netflix a while back. I can't remember what it was called now, but it was basically him with John Cena, and it was like bad. It was like really bad.
Yeah, it was an Asian production, right? By one of their. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I watched that. I wasn't the biggest fan of it, but one of his I guess newer movies, you can say. It's not really newer. I think it came out in 2018, but The Foreigner.
That was good. That one was good. I've seen that.
That was good. Yeah. Sad movie, but it was fantastic.
Yeah, no, if anybody who hasn't seen The Foreigner with Jackie Chan, definitely check that one. That one's definitely worth a watch. Here we go. Like, I'm just reading a bit of info about it now. Like, saying like the Jackie Chan's working with is it Ralph can I say Machino, the guy basically from the original Karate Kid movie.
Oh, okay.
So starting so basically like with pretty much like with the great success of like Cobra Kai, basically he's going to do like a movie with Jackie Chan. They're going to sort of like go off and do basically the same sort of thing with him and his sort of like little slice of the world. Yeah,
because I know the remake. I know the Karate Kid remake was originally put together because of Will Smith, and like Jackie was brought in on that because of Will. Like Jaden, I guess he asked his son. He's like, "Who do you want to like work with?" and this and that. And Jackie Chan was apparently at the top of the list, and it just fit really well for the movie. So that's apparently like the reason they had originally reached out to him, and it started everything.
Okay. Yeah, cool. What about you? Sven, you got any thoughts on the new Karate Kid movie or VeVe Verse, or what about you, mate?
No, not really. I'm really neutral. I'm just waiting. I'm not really looking forward to the VeVe Verse. I just want some MCP and OUP first. The VeVe Verse is okay to talk about, but not really into it. Not really. Concerned about it. Let us say it like that.
Okay, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you like to collect? Do you like just go with collectibles or comics, or do you have like a certain character you collect, or what are you into?
I try to collect them. Like recently, I bought a Nilazilla.
Okay, cool.
I did buy the Avatar because I liked it. I think it's a good thing that they put the animated one as a rare, because even if you hit something, then you get a good item. So I took that, and I collected a lot of dinosaurs.
Nice. So you got like all the raptors and the T-Rexes. You got yourself a gator.
A lot of T-Rexes. Yes.
Oh, like potentially a T-Rex whale.
I have
very cool.
And the most uncommon T-Rexes. I have like, I think I should look it up, 360 or something like that.
Hey, wait, I got something for that. That one.
Yes. I was a bit disappointed when they dropped another T-Rex drop, where they dropped the statue.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I would rather have them to like say you can burn 3 common or uncommon T-Rexes, and then you get the statue. I would rather want them to do that kind of stuff.
You're talking about the T-Rex with like the dinosaurs rule the world banner across his chest, yeah.
Yeah. I would think it's a good idea if you could switch them. If you could like burn 3 commons for a statue.
Yeah, well, they've talked about doing stuff like that, like in the past, haven't they? Like, trying to like burn like common comics for like a rare comic or something like that. But it'd be good if they do eventually implement that.
I'm waiting till they implement something like that, but because I think it will be a good thing for VeVe, for the market and VeVe as a whole. I think it would give a good boost to the market.
Definitely injects a little bit of like excitement back into it. But we
Yeah.
but we recently just had the kitty cat drop, the Flerkittens. So did anybody go for any of the cats?
No, I didn't go for it.
No.
And I noticed some persons who were able to mint 2 or 3 of those flurry cats or that secret rare.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know the details of it, but I did notice that they were having crafting issues in the marketplace because they had to close it. They had to close the app for a little while to try and fix it or something.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah, that's because somebody was actually able to mint 3 secret rares off one crafting, and I think that's what drew their attention to the problem with the crafting process. Yeah.
But obviously, they must have resolved it now, though.
Yeah, they resolved it now. Yes, but at the moment now, you can see like 300 or 400 of those Flerkittens. So I think the idea was to have a limited amount of those secret rares, and now because of those malfunctions, they have a lot of those, and I don't think that was the aim of the crafting system.
I was actually going to ask. I was asking myself that question: would they take those extra ones back and then restart the crafting process, or do they just let the people keep them?
They didn't.
I guess you just answered my question.
They didn't take them back. I noticed one who crafted 3, and he told us they didn't take them back.
Yeah, right. Because right now I'm just like looking like in the store here, like just in the search bar, and it's saying like basically the only things that like there's not left in the store is Goose, Flerkin 5 and 6. There's still 714 of Flerkin 2 left, and there's still 204 of Flerkin 4 left. That left in the store.
Right. So the guy who got 3 secret rares off one crafting got to keep all 3.
Well, that's the way I interpret this. Interesting. So, Casual, how are you, mate? Oh.
Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, how are you?
Doing good. Yeah, I had this minimized, so you gotta takes a couple seconds to pop back in. I'm doing good. I ended up going for the black Flerkin. I have 4 cats in real life, so I figured I'd go for that. I probably should have waited for the market. I wasn't paying attention, of course, so I spent 13 gems, but no big deal. I mean, I knew I was gambling for that mint, and I was happy to see VeVe Magic hit that 616. I got pretty close to a 616, but not close enough.
Nice. But still something reasonable.
No.
Nope. I was like, no. But you got a cat, so that's cool. So, and if you're a cat lover, that's all that matters. Me, I'm.
Yeah, I'll hodl it.
Yeah.
Did you notice? Did you check the market whether to see if we and as a I have a lot of the contact with pet owners, and we see a lot of red cats. So if I look at the market, I didn't see the red-haired cat, to be more expensive than the other ones. I think it's interesting to check that.
Okay, rat-haired cat. Which was it? Rat.
Yeah. Red and white,
right.
or red.
Oh, well, the year of the rat. Are you talking about the stamps?
The color of the Flerkittens.
Oh, the Flerkittens.
Yeah, he's talking about the red cat.
Let's have a look. So what's that one? That's Flerkin number 6, I think. Well, let's see. Well, let's go through all of them. Let's again do a little bit of market watch. Let's have a look. Goose. So let's start with Flerkin. Let's start with Flerkin 2, which is a sort of grey hair looking cat. Flerkin 2 is currently going for 11 gems and 25 frags. And then we have, if my machine wants to behave itself, Flerkin number 4, which is the sort of ginger-looking one. Flerkin number 4 is currently going for 9 gems and 99 frags. And next on the list, we have Flerkin number 5, currently going for 9 gems and 99 frags on the floor. And last but not least, Flerkin number 6, which is the sort of wide-eyed ginger looking one. Ooh, 6 gems and 70 frags on the floor. So that's definitely the lowest one. So nobody likes Flerkin 6. And what's all Goose going for? Let's have a look. What's Goose going for? Goose is currently going for 50 gems on the floor.
Those are very, very cheap. Huh?
Very cheap. So there you go. So if you're looking to scoop yourself up some cheap kitty cats, say now might be a time to do it. It might not be. So who knows? So do with that information as you will.
I think we'll see the price kind of balance out, but then I think they're going to dip quite a bit. And if I can get my gems and gear, I'd like to complete that set. Like I said, I have 4 cats, but also cats are huge. Everybody's going to want a little cat plush, and who knows how long it's going to be until we have more cat drops. I'm sure there'll be more, but these are pretty dang cute, and you know people are going to collect.
Oh yeah,
they're cuter than the Myrmicornos.
Oi, calm yourself.
Them fighting words.
Mate, my unicornos and myrmicornos are my main collection, mate.
Well, it doesn't mean they're bad. I'm just saying I think they're cuter.
I love them.
Those things have a loyal fan.
They do.
The Tokidoki, you mean? Mate, that stuff is huge in Japan.
Tokidoki, but even just the Myrmicornos specifically.
Oh yeah, man! Like since they started dropping them on VeVe, before I started buying them. I mean, the reason I started buying them is because, well, I am a collector at heart, and when I started collecting them, it was the biggest collection there was until they started releasing more and more Mighties. I really wish I'd got onto those from the beginning. But since then, I started looking at the sort of fandom that exists for unicornos and myrmicornos. Mate, it's ravenous. These people are ravenous, and there's like 15 seasons of each of them in the physical toys. So we've got many, many, many more to come.
Yeah, right.
That would be another.
No, go on.
I was just going to say that would be another licensor that would be fantastic to do fidgetals with, because we've been talking about Funko with their pops, but yeah, like he was just saying with Tokidoki, because they do the blind box format, which is really popular over in the East.
And not only that, it was actually the first the first brand that VeVe signed on as a license. That's true, yeah. So it's their Genesis brand, really. So I you know what, I agree with you, collectors. I would like to see that.
Yeah, it would be cool.
Yeah, I would definitely like to see more like sort of like physical type stuff as well. Because I know McFarlane recently just started picking it up now as well. Because I heard news that apparently they've in their shop now they're doing like the physical and digital versions of Batman, or you can see the digitals alongside the physicals in their shops or something like that. Now, does anyone know anything about that?
Only what I saw from Sergio.
Yeah, right. But you're right. I mean, like definitely like more physicals again would give more people incentive to sort of like buy on the app and give them another way to collect. It'd be very cool.
Might even get Hello K back on board. I know he's a big physical unicornos collector.
Yeah, he's been. So whatever happened to him, Bladen? Does anyone know what he's been up to lately? Because like there was one point where he was like the Donald and Daisy guy.
Yeah, but I think he's gone to the dark side. He's one of those people who's a bit dirty about the lack of progress. I might be wrong about that, but that's the impression I get.
No, maybe we've got more opportunities in other places, but that's all good.
I mean, he was working with other companies as well, so I think that's probably why he's getting a little quiet on VeVe, because he's probably doesn't want to make whoever he's working for look bad. And he started getting grouped into the people who were skeptics and stuff, which is fine. Everyone's has a lot of opinion.
Yeah, cool. But now we'll see what else has been happening in the world. Let me see. I did actually make an attempt to try and throw some notes together while I was running in the door. Actually, I'll throw this out there real quick, just in case nobody knows or nobody's heard, but everyone should have heard about it by now. We have our next VeVe Live coming up in the works. We're doing a VeVe Live Christmas special, which will be coming somewhere in the next couple of weeks. Which but basically following on the success of our last our first VeVe Live that we had, which was a great live stream. We basically shared our collections, had a good talk about the VeVe Verse, and we're just looking to sort of build on that experience and so what we're going to do is we're going to basically do it again. We're going to do our own little Christmas special. So we're going to have ugly sweaters, Christmas hats, all the fun stuff, and just invite other collectors from the community to come and join us, come chat with us, come chill, maybe share some of their collections, some of their stories. And just another nice little get together session. So everyone in the chat's welcome if you're able to attend. We're still working out times and schedules and stuff like that, but stay tuned for that because that will be announced in the X Spaces. And everyone's welcome who is able to attend. And that will be brought to you by, as I always say, brought to you by the VeVe Collective, which is basically just a collectors group that sort of came together to create a sort of safe space where we can basically just nerd out, where we talk about our love of digital collecting, whether it be digital, physical, fandom, Marvel, DC, whether that be VeVe, Cryptoys, Palm, McFarlane, all that good stuff. It's just a place where we can all come together and share and collect and connect with other like-minded individuals, as we like to say.
Well, if we get to talk about physicals as well, I'm going to chime in with my new
one.
What
you got?
I've just recently. I imagine that there's probably at least one or two people in the space that are fans of manga and anime.
What you got?
Oh, mate, I've never really been into that stuff before. I should have been. Like, I grew up with Astro Boy and all that, but I missed the Pokemon thing and all that. But my kid is well into all the anime stuff, and I have just discovered Demon Slayer. Man, this show is the
oh
shit.
My gosh.
It's the best.
Same here, Dukkencuvva. Our kid loves Demon Slayer.
Oh man, how good is it? Have you watched it with her?
Heck no, but she tells us all about it, and when we get the names wrong, she yells at us. Yeah, but she's so into it. She was one of the characters for Halloween last month.
Which one? I bet it was Nezuko, wasn't it?
Yes.
He knows what's going on. He knows what's going on. I haven't seen it, so I've got no idea what's going on. But
oh man, check out
it sounds like it needs to be catapulted to the top of my to watch list, because it was that one that was suggested to me because last week on the last episode of VeVe Weekends we had a big discussion about anime and manga with John, who came in and basically told us all about the anime convention he'd just been to. And he suggested there's a Demon Slayer, Gurren Lagann, and some of the older stuff like Neon Genesis, Ghost in the Shell,
Evangelion, man.
Oh mate, that's the stuff I grew up with. I come from the days of Ghost in the Shell, Neon Genesis, Evangelion, Akira, Vampire Hunter D. I remember. I remember. What else is there? There's Wicked City. Ninja Scroll, that was another big one.
See, like I said, these are all things that I knew existed while I was growing up. They were happening while I was growing up, but I just didn't pay enough attention to them. And it's through my kid that I'm starting to discover it. It's only about maybe a year ago that I started watching Pokemon for the first time.
Oh yeah,
I've fallen in love with that.
Yeah,
but mate, Demon Slayer is a whole other level, mate. This is cool. If you haven't watched it, I hope Hinano's watched it with it because it's quite gory in parts. But, mate, the characters in there, the writing, everything about it is just brilliant. And I'm only bringing it up just because, we're talking about collecting with digital and physicals. And apart from my Simpsons stuff, this is the first time where I've ever got really passionate about collecting physical figurines of any show. And I've just fallen in love with it so fast. And God, I pray we get it on VeVe.
Yeah, well, I mean, David said he was trying to push to get Japan on the app. So it could happen. It could come somewhere in the future.
Yeah, but I remember him saying this is a long time ago, maybe a year and a half, 2 years ago, sort of thing, where he said that anime is really complicated because The animation license is owned by one guy. The story is owned by another guy. The characters are owned by another guy. And so you have to like sort of whip all these together and try and get everybody on board before you can release it as a brand. So it sounds really quite complicated to get on board with that. But God, I hope they can manage to make it happen.
Oh, mate, it'd be amazing. So what about you, Josh or Casual or Sev? You guys got anything you want to add to it?
I need to watch it.
Need to watch it.
You got me. So, I mean, I've heard a lot about it, but this piqued my interest for sure.
Is it?
I've never watched it, but just with regards to, I guess, what David was saying in his last interview, I mean, the guy said he's learning Japanese just to try and get on the platform. He said he's learning Japanese like he did German. So apparently he knows German. So I want to ask him how many languages this guy knows, but yeah, he's really going all out to try and get this stuff on.
Yeah, I mean,
that's why I'm stocking up on Ultraman.
Say that again.
So that's why I'm stocking up on Ultraman, because if he makes that happen, I'm going to be rich.
Yeah, because Ultraman's big business over that way, isn't it?
Huge.
Yeah. Well, actually, speaking of Hello K, because when he was in Japan, I shot him like a DM, and I asked him, I said, you know, being somebody from Canada who's never been to any Asian country, China, Japan, any of them, how often are you seeing, you know, IP like Ultraman? I said Ultraman and Pilly Fantasy. Pilly Fantasy's Taiwanese, but he said to Ultraman, his exact words was everywhere. Like it's everywhere. Every store he walked into, every billboard down the street, like there was just something that was showing Ultraman. So I think that's important to note. But I think another thing too is like it's a whole different culture with that stuff too. Because like I think even just a small example that people can relate to, at least in like Canada and the States and stuff like that, is if you see anybody who's moved from China or Japan and they're just driving their car down the street, or they're a university student, how often do you see like a Hello K, or Hello Kitty in their car, or like Pokemon in their car, or Yu-Gi-Oh, or something like anime related or something like that? It's like a whole different ball game over there. So if they actually enter the market properly, like David was saying, and he gets some of this IP on board, because a question I do want to ask this guy is, his first language isn't English, obviously, right?
It have to be Cantonese, I think, or Mandarin.
Mandarin or Cantonese, I would guess. But I'm very curious to know from his perspective how difficult it's been from like the language barrier side of things. Because as a CEO, like a founder of a company, he's never going to be in the position where he can say that, because people like our community, for example, will attack David and be like, oh, you're just using that as an excuse, like for sure. So he can't say, oh, the language barrier has been difficult for me, or oh, it affects my confidence to even the slightest degree when I walk into these meetings with these businesses, because, obviously for somebody who doesn't understand what that's like, they're going to try and pick it apart, and just go after the guy. So I would love to ask this guy, being somebody who doesn't speak English as a first language, what was that like dealing with IP over in the West? Like if you go into a meeting with Disney, right, and you're sitting behind closed doors, that's going to affect your confidence to some degree, even if you've been speaking the language for 20 years, right? And then it's the same thing if you flip it and he's sitting in a meeting over in China with somebody like Alibaba, right? Like, and in a place where even the customs and like business traditions are completely different, like right down to like shaking somebody's hand, right? So that's something that David has to take into consideration in every single country he goes into. And the whole thing of like him learning Japanese just to try and get into the market is insane to me, because like, that's so hard to do just in and of itself. But on top of everything else that he's doing and having to manage inside the business, it's like who in this space is trying to learn Japanese right now? Like, you know what I mean?
On that point, if I could permit myself, on that point, I noticed after the last AMA did, who was it with? I can't remember now. It was pretty recent anyway, where he was talking about the land sales and things like that. saying that this is not something that they planned from the beginning and blah, blah, blah.
Mhm.
There was a couple of things that he said there that, like, I've traveled a lot. I've been to a lot of countries that speak languages that I don't speak and all of that. And I just instinctively just sort of assumed that those were, missteps that were sort of lost in translation. And you're right. The minute that thing was over, Twitter was just wild with people going, I told you so, he's a liar, and all of this sort of stuff. And I just sort of immediately identified them as him misspeaking because of the language barrier thing. Small misspeaks, small missteps, but it was enough to get the fudders just jumping all over him.
Yeah, and it's actually unfortunate because I was speaking with David like 3 days ago, and I'm not going to say like the exact email that he sent, but he's like well aware of exactly what you just said, because I asked, there's an interview I'm trying to set up with him, and I asked if Mitch can hop on as well, because Mitch is somebody where, he hasn't done like a community interview yet, but if anybody noticed, like he's kind of, he's off the radar now, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I made the comment to David. I said, if VeVe's okay with it and you're okay with it, I would love if you can maybe, extend the invite over to Mitch, and he can join us. And, David's response was along the lines of, he's been out of the spotlight because if we say or we do something that people don't like hearing, we get attacked and people have families. So like, and that's not like his exact words that he used. Family was involved in it, but it's gone to the point now where it sounds like the threats are like really personal.
Wow.
Yeah, right.
That's out of control, mate. People need to pull their fucking heads in. Sorry for the language. I apologize.
Well, it's exactly that, though. It really is that. It's a mixture of people who just got into the project, who didn't understand what they were getting in on, and are just now impatient or have dug themselves into a hole that are, they're kind of just exposing themselves on now. Or it's the opposite side of the spectrum where somebody invested in the company, understanding that this was going to take 5-10 years, understands what is involved in the day-to-day stuff, maybe not specifically, but has a better understanding than somebody who just wants to snap their fingers and see stuff happen, right away. I think if anybody asked themselves this question, if you can accomplish what VeVe has accomplished in 3 years, it's much easier to put into perspective what they've actually done. Right? Like,
Agreed.
If you picture yourself doing what they're doing on a daily basis, it's actually insane what they're accomplishing. And there's
the thing.
people
All these guys that are kicking up a stink haven't done that and aren't capable of it. Go away.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for like everyone sharing like their opinions, like but just like outright attack somebody when they've got no idea the sort of pressure or the sort of like things they have to deal with, like is a bit. It's a bit far fetched, but yeah, I mean, like I do feel for David. I mean, like being a man in his position, like what he's trying to accomplish or trying to achieve is like must feel like the whole like David Goliath story.
Yeah, and it only puts pressure on the team, right?
Yeah.
Like I've never really fully explained the whole idea of like why I don't show my face, and I've been asked the question a bunch, but it really comes down to what we're talking about. Like, we live in a day and age where privacy, once you give your privacy up, it's very, very difficult to get it back. And it's actually really not up to you. It's up to the people who want to, quote unquote, leave you alone, if that makes sense. So it like David, Mitch, anybody on the team who puts themselves in the spotlight, like we've seen at this point a pattern where we've had team members in the spotlight who have now taken a step back. Another one is Reese, right?
Yep.
Whether he's being told to do that or not, it's just that's what's happened. So yeah, it's crazy that it's gone that far, but it's I'm terrified to show my face, if I'm honest with you guys. I am. Just like this community this community is amazingly supportive, but it goes the other way as well, right? Like it's the passion, and the passion can be very there's a lot of support, but there's a lot of resentment at times as well.
Yeah, I understand that. I respect that. I mean, like it took me a long time to sort of take the leap to sort of show my face. I mean, I'm obviously a bit more comfortable about it now. But back when I first started, like I used to hide behind like some like profile pictures of like some of the comics on VeVe and a few other bits and pieces because I wasn't like confident like with putting my identity out there, and then sort of gradually made the leap and then started doing like YouTube videos and like jumping into round tables and stuff like that, and just got a bit more confident about lucky for me, I've never had an issue where I've had like direct like attacks from the community or any sort of problems outside of this space. But yeah, I mean, I can understand that is a genuine concern.
You want to know? Have you got time for it? I got a funny story for you.
Absolutely, we love funny stories.
Okay, well, it's not funny for me, but it'll be funny for you guys. It's a scar on my memory.
Okay.
Okay, so when I was running my first company, I would have been 20 at this time, 21, sorry. I had an individual that was working for me. She was a summer student.
Okay.
And it didn't take long for me to notice that she was a little up and down because she had some stuff going on in her personal life, which, it happens.
Mm-hmm.
But it got to the point where she wasn't showing up for work. So I called her one morning when she was late for work, and she says, "Oh, I'm right around the corner. I'll be there in 10 minutes." So hang up the phone, think I'm gonna see her in 10 minutes, blah, 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 blah. 10 minutes goes by. She's not here. So I walk outside to the front of my business, and she's sitting on the curb, bawling her eyes out, and obviously catches me off guard. So I go and I ask her what's wrong, and a little conversation here and there. And we eventually get to a point in the conversation where she's like, "Oh, Josh, like I'm 21, like you have no idea like what I'm going through right now, blah, 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 blah. And you're much older, you've dealt with this." And when she said you were much older, I was like, hang on a sec, like how old does she think I am? Right? Like,
yeah, okay.
So I asked her, she said 28, and I said, Laura, we'll call her. I said, "Laura, I'm 21. I'm the exact same age as you." And we kind of talk a little bit longer, but longer story short, 2 days later, her boyfriend walks into my business. He doesn't show up, and I'm running this sales meeting. My admin knocks on the door and says, "There's somebody at the front of your at the front asking for you."
Yeah, right. Okay.
And I'm like, who on earth is? Like, I'm not expecting anybody. And I open the door. I'm walking down to the lobby. There's like a little bit of a long hall from the room that I'm in to the lobby.
Mm-hmm.
And I see this guy pacing back and forth, like visibly frustrated. I can tell like right away that there's something off. So I'm walking down the hallway, I grab him, introduce myself, and I walk him out of my business because I want to get him out the doors, right? Like I just want to, I don't want him in the business. And he starts ripping into me right away. He's like, "Oh, you're hitting on my girlfriend. Like you're using all these pickup lines and blah, 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 blah." And I'm like, what the hell is going on? Like he's yelling in the middle of the business park. And he's like, how would it feel if I walk into your business and tell all your guys what you're doing and blah, 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 blah. And I'm so shook and caught off guard in this moment because obviously I have no idea what's going on. And this is like 7-8 years ago, guys. So I'm on, if I'm honest, I would, sit here and I tell you, "Oh, she was, kind of attractive." No, 2 out of 10. Okay. I wasn't attracted to her in the slightest. And this whole entire situation ended up transpiring because she ended up walking to my business a couple days later and admitting that she was just trying to take advantage of me because she found out my age, and she thought I was making a lot more money than I was, and then she tried to take it down this whole legal path because of like finding out exactly how old I was, right? Like, and I guess I kind of made that story really long there, but it goes back to the whole like, when people find out who you actually are, right? You can have a skill set that you've demonstrated to these people. They're super impressed with you. They don't know how old you are, never met you. And then all of a sudden they find out that you're X amount years old, and they'll go, "Oh, well, there's no way you have this amount of experience to be saying what you're saying," or, they find some way to dispute it. So it's kind of crazy how, people can look at you a certain way because of the way you've presented yourself. But then, 1 or 2 bits of information can come out and then they look at you a completely different way. And it just comes back to the whole, like, you give up your privacy. The moment you give that up, you don't have any control anymore. Do you know what I'm saying? That was a little wild.
Yeah, no, absolutely no. I mean, and thank you for sharing that with us. I mean, wow, I was like, what a story. But but I think I totally get what you're getting at. Like, all it takes is like a few little details, and just the perspective just like completely shifts.
Yeah, I mean, not to make myself look like a weirdo here, but if I never said that I was 21, none of that would have never happened, right? Like,
Yeah.
Would people consider Mitch to be young, and would that influence the way people think about him in VeVe too?
well, I don't know if that's really my point there. I think my point is that Mitch was put into, well, that didn't really relate to Mitch there, but when Mitch came into the spotlight, he was somebody who had explained how, he was working for a business for a number of years. He was in the same position. He was kind of just, comfortable a little bit. And then he stepped away from that company to come and work for VeVe, only knowing about VeVe, I think, a couple months prior to actually working for the company. So he wasn't like a fan or a user of the platform or anything like that. But he came into the business and, immediately started hopping on community calls and stuff like that, and was put into the spotlight. And the community would just go after him, at any point that he said something that they just didn't like. So, I think that's the reason why he kind of just stepped back. It's obvious that he stepped back. So I don't want to say like I'm speaking for him, but it's obvious that he stepped back.
Yeah.
Did they then introduce him too fast, or
to who, so?
To the community.
Yeah, Mitch was introduced to the community. Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically saying like I think what Seth's trying to get at, like, is it like did VeVe like sort of thrust him in the spotlight too quickly and just say, look, this is Mitch. Say hi to Mitch. He's doing all this, and he's like the face of all this now. And maybe Mitch got a little bit overwhelmed or something like that, and then wanted to sort of take a step back.
Yeah, I can't speak for him, but if I give my best guess, I think it was just a situation where he probably just he underestimated what was about to happen. Like I mean, if we're talking about a guy who was in a position where he was comfortable for, I think it was like close to a decade or something like that, and then all of a sudden he starts with a new business, and you have tens of thousands of people who are trying to make their comment about what you said on a video, right? Like, yeah, it's a big change. So I don't know. My best guess is that he just wasn't properly prepared for that.
Yeah, casual's got a question.
Yeah, I just think if he's not being paid to be on Twitter, you don't need to have that out there. It's not very professional to have like just random programmers, and it doesn't matter if you're the lead or whatnot. You has to go through a chain of command. The last one is probably Alex. So then you got Mitch interacting with some of us in the VeVe community. Well, one of those people that was getting tagged by Mitch Mitch was getting tagged by one of our community members, ended up getting banned from Twitter. So it makes it look like he's interacting with somebody who's posting, bad content. And I'm friends with the guy, but still, it's just not. It's a PR nightmare. It's better just to have it controlled.
I don't think it's an easy company to be managing, because you have those people that really hate VeVe, and they tend to not leave because actually they really care about VeVe. So it's not easy to run this company.
You need thick skin. We got Mondo in the call. Mondo has thick skin.
I was actually going to say, Mondo, say thank. I hope. Speaking of thick skin, I hope you're feeling better. I've been reading you've been a bit under the weather lately. Getting into the old the VCRs. I remember I saw your last post. It was Children of the Corn and was it Chuck Norris? So yeah, good choices, mate. And hopefully you're feeling a bit better. Yeah, casual.
Yeah, I just want to also address us older people. We didn't really deal with the cyberbullying campaigning as much as some of the younger generations have these days. And I'm not telling people to go block people and stuff, but this week we've had some cyberbullying about one of the community members who's doxxed, VeVe Magic. I mean, her pictures are out there and stuff, and it's not hard to figure out who she is and stuff. And people have been posting memes and stuff with her face on it and stuff. And I think we also need to be aware of cyberbullying, not engage with it, because we're all adults and stuff. And that's one reason why people don't want to dox themselves. Like, I could have doxed myself earlier, and then I would have a lot more clout in the space. But I just don't want to hear about it from people. Yeah. I have friends who have literally millions of subscribers on YouTube, like real life friends. I go to their house and stuff, and they're doxxed, and they've had people drive by their house, knock on their door, want to hang out, stuff like that. It is pretty dangerous. I mean, it can be pretty dangerous.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, well, I mean, like I said before, I'm quite fortunate. I've never had any of that sort of situations because, as far as I can tell, I'm the only VeVe enthusiast in all of bloody Bristol. I very rarely meet anybody out this way who's like knows what VeVe is, let alone heard about it. But yeah, I mean, like I said, it all comes down to personal choice. Like, if you want to take that leap or not. Like if you want to take a step back and just try and protect your identity, like there's absolutely nothing wrong with that, especially this day and age, with information like readily available and all over the shop.
Dude, you put too much sugar in somebody's coffee, you can get sent to court. It's insane.
Seriously?
Yeah, you probably could. I could see that.
Yeah.
McDonald's gave some woman I knew a regular Coke instead of the diet, and she ended up going into like diabetic shock. It was too much sugar. I mean, this was an older lady.
Yeah.
So I can see that for sure. That's probably a court case that you've heard about, right, collectors?
There was a court case in the UK government where when they changed the currency from paper to plastic, there was a guy that sued the UK government. I can't believe this happened. He was rolling the paper currency to snort lines of coke with. And he was doing the same thing when they changed it to plastic, but he got an infection in his nose and he had to get part of his nose amputated. And because of that, he sued the UK government and he was winning the case. It was nuts.
Yeah, right. We got Hinano. How are you, bro?
Hey, what's up, everybody? How's everyone doing? I just came in from a jog, but you guys were talking about like doxing and maybe someone showing up to your house kind of a thing. I actually met one of the VeVe community members maybe 8 months ago, and it was kind of strange, because like you don't know who this person could be like maybe an axe murderer, you don't know, right? Come to find out, when I met this person, I actually worked with his mom when I was in high school. So but I'm like Oz, right, where like he's out in bloody Bristol, where we're out in Hawaii. There's not really a lot of VeVe enthusiasts out here as well. So yeah, we're a little bit lucky on that. But I just found that very coincidental. Like, you meet someone in VeVe. Oh, they're on the same island. And oh wait, by the way, I used to work with your mom. So I thought that was funny. So I wanted to throw my 2 cents on that. But how's everyone doing?
So good, mate. Good. Having a nice little chill out discussion, and so taking a bit of a different flavor than we normally talk about. But it's all still a really good good talk. Good information to throw out there. Like basically stay safe on the internet, and try and look after yourself. I'll keep it at that. But what about you? So have you did you go for Big Bird at all today?
I picked up Big Bird in the market for like 15 gems. I wish I waited a little bit because I guess he came down to like 14. But yeah, I thought for 15 gems, I was like, wow, that's pretty cheap. It's Big Bird. I got 15 gems. I'll hold one.
It's so funny because Hinano, you're sad because you missed it by 1 gem. You would have loved to pick it up for 14 gems.
I'm such a cheapskate, man. How you doing, Sven? How are you, man?
I'm doing great.
It's good to see you up here, man. I think the last time we talked was on VeVe Arcade when we're up doing some trivia.
Yes, it was on VeVe Arcade. Yeah.
No, cool. Did anyone catch the show? No, the Sunday show. How did it go? It
was good. Yeah. We were in it. I think Sven was in it. Dee was in it. What did I win? I won a Batman Year 2 in red edition. It's pretty nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I think he should get much more views. I don't get why he doesn't get that much, like 20 views sometimes. I think he should get really like 50 or 100 views easily. I don't get it why it doesn't get launched better. Yeah, I don't know because I really love his content.
Yeah, I think
Oh, mate.
what counts for him is the interactions more. What he really should do is also stream on X while he's doing that as well, so people can participate on X. But I think he's just putting in the work like the rest of us, and over time, once we put in the work, people should see it when people come back to the space. That's how I feel.
Should he make it a bit easier sometimes?
Well, you gotta tell Steve that.
No, keep it that way. It's more fun.
It's part of the fun. Yeah, cool. So here's a question for everybody. Who's going for some of the upcoming comic book drops we've got coming? Because we've got the Amazing Spider-Man number 299, which is the first cameo appearance of Venom, and after that we've got Uncanny X-Men number 3, which is F.A. Blob.
Yeah, what do you think about the Blob one?
What do we think about that secret rare of the Blob?
Yeah, that one.
What's your thoughts on that, Doctor? I see you down there.
See where the Blob. Oh, here we go. Is he coming up? Oh no, we got Richard coming to the stage. So Richard, how are you, mate? Oh, you there? Oh, we got requests coming left, right, and center now. Everyone's coming up.
I got my mic on now.
Okay. How are you, Richard?
Yeah, I'm pretty good. It's my first time on space, so I didn't know how to push it again.
Oh, awesome! No, awesome. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for coming up.
Yeah, sure. So I thought, it's saying about Uncanny X-Men, of course. So I thought it was my time to shine.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So, what are your thoughts on it?
Well, yeah, of course, it's number 3. So you got about 11 books. They were written by Stan Lee and penciled by Jack Kirby. So these are one of the big ones, of course. And it's number 3. So the first time that they try to recruit another team member, so an extra X-Men. And of course, we all know Blob is the villain, so everything that way. But it's a pretty big one. It's definitely a big comic, and I'm super excited for it. So I'm definitely going for it.
Yeah. Well, let's have a look at some of the information, because I've got the information here right in front of me. So it is a 6,000 edition comic, and it's going for $6.99. So awesome price. And and our rare and ultra rare covers are by Will Slinley and Idris Silva. And they look very cool.
Yeah, and the secret rare is only 150 editions.
That's true. Yep. So ultra scarce.
Well, it's completely insane. You got all these. So I collect all the X-Men books, all of them, all editions, common, uncommon, rare, ultra rare, and of course secret rares. And there's a whole bunch of them. I think we have about a dozen now. That's below 200. So 125 editions, or 150 in this case. And of course now the market is a bit low, but eventually it will pick up. Next year or the year after, and in 5 years or 10 years, when the whole space is a whole lot bigger. I mean, think about it. Only 150 editions and they kind of keep a couple of them. So there's only like 140 or 135 in circulation. So this is incredibly scarce, and it boggles my mind to know that not more people are going for those editions. But I'm fine with it, because I'm picking them up pretty much like 40 gems, 60 gems. I'm fine with it, but
that's it. Keep stacking them.
Yeah, sure, absolutely, yeah. But
here you go.
I think I'm the only comic collector here, because everybody's always talked about collectibles.
Oh no, I know. We're all comic book collectors as well. I mean, like me personally, like I've got a massive stack of ultra rare comics. I got like about 140 or so ultra rare comics.
Oh, sweet! Yeah, those are really nice, because all VeVe, not all of them, but most of them are VeVe exclusive. So
yeah, that's right.
So there are not a lot of in real life comic collectors yet on the platform, but there are a few. But I think eventually, especially the younger crowd, when they will come in, I think they will go for those ultra rares and the rares. Rares is really good for the MCP points.
That's true.
And the ultra rares, they're exclusive. So if you're an X-Men fan, you want to have it, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, I prefer the ultra rares too. I collect mainly the ultra rares. I like the art the most, and I think those comics tend to be. I prefer the art instead of the secret rare. I prefer the art from the ultra rare comic.
Yeah, I'm hearing you on that one. That's the entire reason why I got into it as well. For that very reason, is that I know, like, scarcity is king and all that sort of stuff, but some of the secret rare comics, they just look ugly and plain, and like, like the plain white with a comic insert just looks a bit meh. Whereas the ultra rare comics, like, they've got, like, the bright, vibrant colors, the unique art style, like depending on who the artist is, and they're a nice sort of scarcity to price ratio, I guess you could say. So they've got that good level of scarcity, and they're also a lot better level of affordability.
Yeah, and I think if you consider it, there's much more work into the ultra rares and the rares. If you compare it to the secret rares.
Yeah, definitely. Casual's got this question.
Yeah, I think it's a lot harder to bring physical comic collectors into the space. It's a lot easier to convert digital collectors into physical because they're like just learning about comics and all that. But physical collectors, they got all these things they want to chase and all these books they still want and all these objectives and stuff. I think we need something like a redemption code inside of a comic. Like maybe you buy a sealed Marvel book, scan a QR code, and you get the VeVe comic. That will start onboarding some physical collectors.
Yeah, definitely. So, Richard has a question.
Well, just playing off what Casual said, the in real life comic collectors, they are there, but they are more in their own space, like on Discord, and they got their own little groups. I was in a group by myself, and not a whole lot, of course. It's not like there are like thousands of them, but they are there certainly. And the thing with them is that they absolutely hate Twitter, for example, with all the photos, and they want none of that drama. They just we were just talking over there, talking about all the books and which one. We even had reading clubs over there. I used to do an X-Men club, and they are all cosplaying, and they go to Comic Cons, and they do giveaways, and they just give them to other buddies, and they send them to Australia and South America. So they are there, but they are not on Twitter. They go. I want to say that word, right?
Yeah.
So they want none of that. Yeah. So that's
definitely.
Thing. Yeah.
No, cool. Well, I mean, like, if in case anyone's not familiar with it, I actually do my own little project on the side. It's called Relax and Read, and it's what I do is I basically do like live readings of the comic books that we have on VeVe. So that's also available on the VeVe Collective's YouTube channel and also on my own YouTube channel, Osmond Collect 63. So if anyone's not familiar with that, I recently I do it every Friday night here in the UK. So that's about every Friday afternoon Pacific Standard Time. From 12 to 2ish, I think it is. And the last one I did was the Edge of Spider-Verse #5, which was the first appearance of SP and DR, which is the Penny Parker robot. And that was inspired by a conversation we had last week with John about Neon Genesis and Evangelion and anime and stuff. So check it out.
And I also wanted to just welcome up MASC and Doctor before.
Yes, I was getting to you guys. Sorry about that. So MASC, Doctor, how are you?
Good. How's everybody doing up here?
Yeah, good, mate.
I figure I'll talk about Venom 299 since Richard took over the X-Men part.
Yeah, go for it.
So 299, this is the one that actually McFarlane himself considers the first appearance of Venom. So it's one of those books where I wonder how in 10 or 15 years people will value it compared to 300. 300 is an epic cover, of course. Mm-hmm. But McFarlane has gone on record saying that Venom's true first appearance is 299. Which if you go to the last page, I mean, it's a big panel where he says, "I am Venom." So, but they count it as a cameo for now. It's kind of like that Wolverine first appearance.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah, well-
no. I wanted to talk about that. Also, I have a drink and chill as well.
Very nice.
Monday through Sundays, we
Okay.
drink and chill, and we drink twice on Tuesdays.
Excellent. And what is it that you drink?
Everything. No,
Anything-
actually, old fashions.
Nice.
Even though today I have Prosecco, the only thing I could find in the fridge.
Cool. We're just looking at the information for $2.99. So it's a same one, ladies and gentlemen. It's a 6K edition comic, $6.99 price, and again 150 secret rares. And but I tell you what, I am loving the ultra rare on this one, which is done by Stephen Mooney and Idris Silva, with Venom looking scary as in the back there, and Spider-Man turning around going, "What the hell's about to hit me in the head?"
Gee, what a surprise. You like the ultra rare.
I know, shocker, right? but seriously, it is a really nice looking ultra rare color.
And what is the difference between a cameo and the first appearance?
What, like 10
seconds? Usually, yeah, it shows up like in one or two panels, and they consider that a cam. It's really what the market dictates. It's kind of crazy because. So back in the days before there was CGC grading, you had Overstreet, and Overstreet was the company that released a price guide every single month. And this is before you had the internet. And Overstreet would have what the value of the book was, and it will have side notes like first appearance and so forth. Mondo is down there, so he can really talk about this better than me. I know him and Steven started the grading scale. And
very true.
When CGC took over, they started, putting on the labels first appearance and so forth. And people have taken whatever CGC says to heart. So if CGC says this is a first appearance, the market levitates to that, whether it's true or not.
Yeah,
yeah. We don't know in 10 or 15 years, some of these first appearances might change to what they're currently at now, because of people might consider the cameos being more important than the first appearance. It's kind of mixed up, but I would, if I'm collecting physical comics, I would try to get the cameos because they're so cheap right now anyways. And also, get the first appearance if you can.
Very cool.
But a cameo is usually just one or two panels that he appears, or one of the worst first appearances is, or first appearance cameo is Miss Marvel, because it's only the back of her head and you don't even know. No, she's actually walking on the sidewalk and you don't even know that's her.
That's right. Yeah, I remember that, and we do have that one in the app as well.
Yes, correct.
Yeah, go on, Josh, and then we'll give Doctor a chance to speak.
Yeah, I'll be super quick. I was just gonna say, speaking of Mondo, I don't know if you're cool with it, Alex, but maybe we can extend an invite for Mondo to hop up here and speak a little bit about either comics, or I'd be really curious to know his experience with the VeVe fam since Comic-Con.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, like I say to everybody, if you want to come up to the stage, you're more than welcome to do so. Obviously, I know if you're not able to and just want to chill in the background, listen, that's totally cool as well. But yeah, that invitation is extended to anybody in the space. If you want to come up and say hi, or just want to speak in the space for the first time, like some of the speakers here today, go for it. That's what the space is all about. Collecting and connecting with other like-minded individuals. But Doctor, how are you?
I'm good, Oz. How you doing, man?
I'm good, mate.
That's what's up, man. Shout out D, MASC, Hinano, Casual, everybody in the building, Sven, Mondo, Richard, everybody. So yeah, man. Just chilling and enjoying the convo. It was interesting, this whole thing about comics and when real collectors come, and how, people who weren't collectors, like even Dino, he got on the app. I'm sure he got some comics, but then like the comic I sent him was his first comic in real life. So you got that going on, and how collecting on the app could lead to people going into stores. So it's like these people in stores that might have disdain for digital books, they don't even realize, like, over time, I think a bigger percentage of their customer base is still going to be new people that are inspired from digital collecting. So you got all these weird things going on. And of course, it's easy for us to just presume, like, oh, the problem with real collectors is this, and they don't like this and like that. And like, I just don't know. Like, I always say perception really doesn't match reality a lot of the times. And it doesn't bother me when I hear people say that, but it just boggles my mind because I've been collecting since 1983. I won't say how old I was, but very young kid, ride my bike to the store every day, riding back, not like my friends who rolled them up and put them in their back pocket. Nope, I'm the guy with them in a bag, making sure they're not getting creased, barely fully opening them, bagging and boarding them. And I was doing that since a young kid, and I'm here, and I'm an early adopter of the app. So to say, like, and just assume collectors don't like VeVe or comics on VeVe just doesn't make sense to me, because, like, you can't really just say definitively one thing from another. And, like, to my next point, what's really funny is I've been trying to, do interviews, and I forget who was speaking earlier, but just so they know, like, I'm a content creator that specifically hones in on VeVe comic drops. So there are people out here who are collectors, are content creators, and they focus on comics. So my channel's All Things Strange on YouTube. And upcoming, actually, one of my favorite YouTube comic book content creators, his name is Reggie Collects. He's cool with, like, Swagger House, all those people. So I just interviewed him the other day. It's going to be premiering on my channel on Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard. If you go to my page right now, it should be one of the last things I tweeted out. But of course you did, D.
Yeah.
Thank you, though. She's on it, boy. She's the ultimate.
Yeah.
Like,
and I was gonna give you a shout out as well.
Oh, I appreciate it. Yeah. Definitely D gets the shouts. But yeah, like, as far as collectors, he's one of the biggest ones I personally know. Like, he has 10,000 comics right underneath his feet in his garage. You know what I mean? And that's just one collection.
Nope. So I think you've dropped out a little bit, the Doctor. But I think I get what you're saying though. Like, I've seen some of the comics, like, a lot along his back walls, and some of his his YouTube videos, and yeah, he looks like a hardcore collector. Oh, anyway, MASC has got his hand up. MASC, you want to throw something in there, mate?
I was waiting for him to finish.
No.
Oh, it sucks. We lost him.
I know we lost him, so maybe he'll jump back in.
So I collect in the physical world, right? But I collect comics and I sell comics. But my passion is collectibles. It's figures. So, like, Hot Toys. I love the movie accurate figures.
Yeah, I see you posting stuff all the time on X. It's amazing.
Yeah. My wife doesn't know it, but yeah, I post them on here.
we won't tell. Shh, everyone, don't tell.
Yeah. She opens the door and go in the room. But what I will say is, like, if you go to, like, different channels on YouTube, because there's always, like, a lot of content. It's the biggest thing right now is, like, content from all different mediums, where it is collecting physical statues, collecting toys, collecting. Everybody has content now. It's so insane. And one of the biggest things you always find out, or you always see, is people always commenting true collector. And one thing that one of the videos I've seen from a couple of guys in the hobby is, what's the definition of true collector? I mean, do you really need to own one piece, or do you need to own 10? Collecting is collecting. We have true collectors in the app. Adoption, that's a different story. Like mass adoption, where it is the person that buys one or two because they like the movies. That's a different niche, right? But collectors, I think Doctor was talking about when he talked about Swaggle House and Reggie's Collect, and even Gem Mint. Who's the other one? I'm not gonna say Comic Tom. It was I can't think of his name right now. Golden Age Guru. He's another person that's in the app as well. And these are guys that have been in the hobby, but they're in the hobby as well, not just collecting, but also selling. So they're like a spec market as well. So these guys are already in the app. And they were in the app for like in the beginning of, I think during the end of 2021, really. So they've been here for a while. And really is them trying to figure out, if this arena is for real. That's what they've been trying to do. Like they're not trying to go crazy buying everything up. It's like tipping their toes in the water to just see how this works.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm just going to relay a quick message from Mondo. He apologizes. He can't come to the stage because his throat is still killing him, and he's still in recovery mode. But he's enjoying the conversation and says, "Thank you very much." So just putting that one out there, guys.
I saw he tweeted that he wasn't feeling well, but he was watching all the VHS goodness that he bought recently.
I know. I saw that too. I gave him a big massive props for Children of the Corn. I was like, very, 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 very good choice. Classic King.
The man is over there playing Rad. He's watching Rad, man. Pretty soon he'll be watching Gleaming the Cube, man. That's another classic with Christian Slater. One of the skater movies.
Gleaming the Cube. I don't think I'm familiar with that one. I'll have to look it up. Cool. I think we're still trying to get Doctor back. Doctor, are you back with us?
I am back, man. Ever since like a month ago,
Excellent.
My app has just been crashing like crazy. I don't know what happened. I've tried updates, but I don't know what's up. But yeah, MASC was kind of touching on what I was saying, man. Like, you just be surprised. Like, I ran into Reggie Collects at Sanjay's party. I knew he was coming to Comic-Con, but I didn't expect him to be there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man. So we chopped it up. And,
did you
yeah.
Did you sort of see him and just go like, "Holy crap, it's like Reggie Collects"?
Yeah, I did. I totally fanboyed out. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not often that happens, or that, like. So yeah, it was just cool, man. And what was weird, and I brought this up even during our interview, I was like, yo, I want to know like what was in your head, because we were talking, and then he's just like, yo, so what you got on the VeVe app? So I'm like, oh, you want to see the app? Okay. So I open it.
You know what it is?
Yeah, like, no, what's funny is I interviewed him like almost 2 years ago. I used to be on another YouTube channel called Big Collectibles, and I interviewed him then, but not directly. I actually was kind of sick, so I wasn't able to like visually be there, but I pretty much executive produced the show, like came up with a lot of the questions, and I was in the live chat, and we have a mutual type of connection. I'll let you guys watch and see what that's about too. So basically, when I saw him at the party, it was so like back then I knew he knew about VeVe, and honestly, he's one of the first comic book collecting YouTube channels I ever saw talk about VeVe. And it wasn't like just once like, oh, we're going to cover this weird thing going on over here and they're dropping comics. It was like, nah, he kept probing, couple of episodes, so I had to give him credit for that. But yeah, man, I knew he was on the app since we had interviewed him before, but it was interesting seeing that he's, we're kind of like in a weird place with sentiment, market prices, all these things. So it was just like weird to me to see him at the VeVe party. Like, wow, like, so that was kind of not the VeVe party, sorry, Sanjay's party, at that. So I was just like, okay, so it was funny because we're sitting down and we're just chopping it up at first, and he's like, yeah, so what's up with your VeVe app? What you got over there? So I'm showing him some stuff, and like he's scrolling through. He's like, oh, okay, yeah, you got that. And like at one point I started talking to him about something totally different. And yo, he literally was like, all right, so what else you got? And his finger literally went on my screen and started pulling up like he wanted to see himself. I'm like, yo, this dude is about that.
Yeah, right.
So I brought that up to him during the interview, like, yo, what was you thinking, man? Like, what was that all about? It just struck me as odd. I was like, damn, he's into this shit, So I didn't know whether it was like maybe he just only collects comics and I was showing him collectibles, or I couldn't figure out why he was just so into it, but he breaks it down during the video. I don't know what's up with the link. It should work when it airs at 8 p.m. Just come through the channel, hit the notifications bell, and you'll see when it premieres. But the link it's saying that the video is private, and basically it won't let me like use the link. It doesn't show up as a scheduled thing or anything. I have no idea why. Like, I recorded it in StreamYard, but I didn't have enough record hours left in StreamYard, so I kind of beamed it to YouTube. So it's saved in YouTube, and then I went to YouTube Studio, hit edit, set up the pre-record, set it to public, but for some reason it just doesn't show up as like a normally scheduled thing coming up. So I don't know, but the link is good. You know, it'll come out Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard. Man, hope y'all like it.
Absolutely, I'll probably have to catch on the replay, but yeah, definitely tune in for that. That'll be a really good conversation. And also a big shout out as well. Like you did one recently with Will Weinrob from Cryptoys, which looked like a really good conversation as well.
Oh yeah, man, that was definitely a lot of fun, man. You know, my aim with these segments called The Block is supposed to be like, you know, just me on the block and people pulling up. And it's like, all right, we're going to stand here and chill out for a minute. Might as well get to know you on a more personal level. So that's really what I'm trying to do, is bring a lot of humanity back to this stuff, man. Because, yeah, it gets a little crazy. I want people to realize these are real people, families, and kind of dig into their lives. You know, I like to ask questions like, you know, what toys did you play with when you were growing up? You know, what cartoons were you watching? You know, all types of stuff, man. So,
yeah.
You know, just really dig in, man. And Will, he ended up breaking out the personal collection. So I thought that was kind of dope. You know, you could really see he's a true collector. Like we're using that hashtag, right? True collector. But I'll just say, you know, he's an in real life collector of physical things like myself, sports cars, comics, all that stuff, man. So yeah, it was fun, man. It's definitely a lot of fun.
Yeah, Will's a real deal. I mean, we had him on our channel as well, with Dino, and he's the kind of person that likes to go and like everybody's channel and just show support, whether you're small potatoes, big potatoes, whatever potatoes. But that's the kind of stuff that we like to also do. Just get the word out there for everybody in the space.
Yeah, definitely. Well, that's what these spaces are all about. Like, you know, like I said before, like, you know, we'll like try and collect and connect with fellow like-minded individuals and provide, like, you know, basically a safe space to sort of get away from the noise or the FUD of whatever's going on out there, and just sort of like, you know, just chill and just get to know everybody, like, you know, and get to know everyone's collecting adventure, so to speak. And yeah, I mean that's the whole reason why we do these spaces. Yeah, Josh.
Tails hopped into space. I need some hints for the second part, Gothic City. Can you hop up, please? Thank you.
Yeah, I was just waiting for that. Tails, thank you so much for dropping in. If you want to come to the stage, please feel free to. Just bear in mind, guys, I got about 15 minutes or 20 minutes or so before I got to start wrapping up the space. But like I said before, the invite is always there. If you want to come up and say hi, please do so. We do welcome everyone to the stage and want to give everyone a chance to speak. But here he comes. Tails, how are you?
What's good, everybody? Long time listener, first time speaker, Osman. Thank you. I don't think we've properly spoken before. Maybe a little bit. DeeOneAndOnly was cracking. Casual, my dog, DoktaStrange, Hinano, collectors, and I guess we got MASC up here. That's a joke, folks.
We do.
MASC are great. But yeah, no, good to see you guys are excited for that. You know, I'm just, it's finished, but I want to redo a couple of shots. I've sent it to the team. The reaction I've got so far is fantastic. I'm just waiting for it to be signed off. It's either going to be one of two things. Actually, yeah, I basically, I don't know whether it will be released on my channel. I've actually started my own YouTube to release faults because I've decided that the Twitter quality is not great. So yeah, I'm just waiting on sign off, but it's looking like hopefully Monday, Tuesday this week, hopefully.
So first of all, let me give you one of these.
That's cool.
Basically for the amazing work that you and the vault builders do in the app is just next level crazy, and yeah, also that the piece you put together with Falcon, amazing, truly, all I can say is wow.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I really do appreciate it. You know, if it weren't for the community, like, sorry, I don't know whether this is a swearing space. I won't swear. Giving a crap. I would go with crap. You know, yeah.
I was about to say, like, if you want to swear, you can swear. Like, you know, I don't want to hold anyone back. I mean, like, we've had characters in here, like, you know, swear left, right, and center. So if I mean, like, just bear in mind this, I do put these on YouTube,
Okay.
but if you want to be, all I say is, if you want to be you, be
Yeah,
you.
I can
Yeah.
be PG me. It's cool. Well, we can be.
Really?
Yeah.
I've heard your mouth, Tails. I know you. But
All right.
it's all good. We want people to be themselves as long as you're not a dick.
Of course. And
Absolutely.
that's the main thing. 100%.
Yeah, but I think Josh from Collectors Gone Digital had a question for you.
Yeah, so with regards to the first video, first off, amazing. You and Falcon did an awesome job. With regards to part 2 and 3, I don't know how much you can speak on. I'm not trying to get you in trouble here, but can I ask you if there's anything in those 2 parts that we can kind of that's going to be new, I guess, because we saw the particle effects, we saw the lightning, we saw the scripting with the vehicles and stuff moving back and forth. Is there some like new stuff that we can expect, or is it going to be kind of along the same lines as part 1?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of along the lines of part 1. This is more, how do I put it? So, you know, are you a fan of the film Alien and Aliens?
Absolutely.
Right. So the way Falcon always explains Aliens to me, like Aliens more of a bit of a slow burn, and then, you know, kind of picks up at the end, and then Aliens is just go.
It's going like shoot everything.
Exactly. So that's this one. I guess the only in regards to your actual question, I have managed to make Batman ride the Triumph bike throughout pretty much the whole film, and he is riding that bike. There's no like stop animation. It took a lot of tinkering, but I sent it to one of the team this morning, and they turned around to me and went, you know, this is fantastic, but I've got to ask, is this special effects? And I was like, how do you mean? And he was like, Batman riding the bike, like, is that, have you added that in? I was like, nah, bro, this is all done in the verse. Like, so in the first one, you obviously got to see a bit of you know, kind of flying over Gotham, and the main parts in Arkham. This is all in like Gotham main square, so to speak. But yeah, man, we're really proud of it, and yeah, you know, if you saw my tweet yesterday, like, this is definitely our homage to the Dark Knight, and yeah, we do flip the truck properly, like it. Yeah, it's like that. And Collector's Gone Digital, I want to give you your flowers, bro. I think I only started following you recently, but that piece you put together for the Pilly Fantasy, like, that was amazing, bro. You've got exactly what it takes. You've got the eye of making something super cinematic, and it, you know, at the end of the day, you're just going round one collectible. Most people might be like, but you did it. Mwah, chef's kiss. Perfect, bro. Look forward to more.
Thank you very much. Just make sure that when you go talk to the team next, get me in the beta. Thank you.
Sir. I'm always the one that's pushing for the people that are actually using the app to be next. I don't have any say in it, but when every now and then they might go, you know, I'll put little hints out there. So for sure, bro.
For sure.
Keep doing it.
I'm just teasing. I appreciate it.
Go ahead, MASC. You have something to say?
Yeah. First off, I just wanted to say I'm sorry for this morning, Tails.
I knew it.
Sorry, a little banter about football. The other part is, it's crazy because what Tails does, what he creates, is in the physical space. It's why people collect. You see people that collect physical toys. It doesn't matter if it's a $200 or $300 hot toy, or if it's a $10 Hasbro toy. They reenact scenes from movies or shows. And you see in the physical space where and that's what drives value, right? Is that people want, let's say, Captain Rex from Star Wars, right? and they only released one Captain Rex for Black Series because people want to add him to the collection so they can reenact scenes from the Clone Wars. More people try to get that collectible, and it drives the value up. It's not that people are buying it to speculate on it. It's because they want to have it in their collection and be able to reenact the scenes from the shows or movies that they've watched. And so it's like crazy how similar collecting in the digital space is to collecting in the physical space. And it's so much easier because you don't have to go to Michael's or Hobby Lobby like here in the United States. To the hobby store, they gotta buy certain pieces so they can make a diorama that fits the background of certain scenes. And I wish they were more open to the digital space where they can see how easy and I won't say easy, but cost efficient to be able to create those scenes in digital like they're able to do in the physical space. But it's so much similarities between both mediums that it just makes sense that eventually people are gonna jump into the digital world.
100%, bro. I mean, I didn't come into VeVe as a collector, Mas. That's why I always hit you up and kind of ask your opinions, especially when it comes to the comic book side and Marvel and Star Wars and stuff. But we've been in VeVe. I mean, I'm assuming that most of you guys kind of joined around the same time. I'm assuming DeLorean days was for the majority. Seems to be like the ongoing narrative. But what I feel like maybe at the beginning a few people would put out content just for the sake of putting out content because they bought these things. But I'm seeing more and more and more other people really just getting into, putting out that kind of content. I see my collectibles down there. I know he's like a proper collector, but he's been putting out some great stuff like Chombo Casual, my man up here. And that's what we need, right? If at the end of the day, we all want mass adoption, but if there's only a couple of us putting out videos then on these things, then it's not going to count. So the fact that it's starting to happen more and more and it being organic is, it's really, really good signs. And yeah, looking forward to the future, bro.
Yeah, definitely. So sorry, but I've been a little quiet, guys. I've just been having a conversation with Mondo, and I have a special announcement. Mondo has actually given me 4 QR codes for to redeem your free Addiction digital comic from VeVe, which I'm going to do for an basically a quick draw giveaway. This is coming from Mondo as a big thank you, and he's feeling festive to say because the holiday season he feels like giving. So stay tuned, everyone, because we're going to be doing a giveaway very, very shortly. So again, big thank you to Mondo. So I'm gonna give you one of these, buddy, because you are awesome.
Don
Yeah,
Marco.
Super awesome.
Yeah, that's
Thank
very
you,
kind
man.
of you, Mondo. Thank you very much. I'm just trying to work out how to do it in a sec. So yeah, so stay tuned, guys. I'm just sort of getting it all together. But Casual, Josh, yeah, you guys got questions?
Yeah, I just wanted to kind of add on what everyone was just talking about there. First off, Mondo, thank you so much. You've been an absolute gem to the community. So I think I can say on behalf of everyone here, we all appreciate it. But I think just with regards to, and I'm sorry, I don't know who was speaking, but whoever was mentioning the whole replicating movies scenes, I think that's only like half the pie, because I think what's really gonna like catapult this to the next level is the whole gaming side of things. And the whole the Gothic City trailers are amazing, don't get me wrong, but I think what really struck me in Dan's interview, for example, was his comment talking about how he saw what Tales and Falcon were doing with this trailer, and it's already above his expectations. So that right there confirms that the co-founder himself does not even know where this is about to go. And I think an example that I want to kind of just briefly share to put it into perspective is, I think of a specific game back in Halo Reach. And for anyone who knows Halo, that's like an FPS game, first-person shooter, right? Like you're shooting.
Oh, I know Halo, all right.
Yeah. So when they released custom games, there was a game that was released called Toilet, and what it was players would spawn at the bottom of this big long tube, right, resembling like a toilet, and one of the objects that you could place in the world was a golf ball. Okay, so what would happen was you would spawn at the bottom, and you would look up, and all of these golf balls would start dropping in on you. And what you would have to do is you would have to climb the golf balls as they would fall in the toilet, right? So the golf balls could fall on you, kill you, but you would have to try and stay on top of the level and not kind of, get covered by everything dropping on top of you. And what would happen was, 15 seconds, 20 seconds would go by and a platform would show up, and then all of a sudden the toilet would drain. And anybody who got caught down below would obviously get eliminated. And then a new floor would show up, right? Everybody would hop on top, you'd look up, balls would start dropping, and then you would keep doing that to try and get out of the toilet. And we're talking like a full mini game built inside of an FPS shooter, right? That is exactly what we're going to see inside the VeVe Verse, and I think that that's what's really going to take this whole thing to the next level. Because I saw the trailer, the Gothic City trailer, and as soon as I saw vehicles going from point A to B, I thought of a mini game right away. So, that right there, I think is what's most interesting to me. Dan said that he didn't expect things to be built that are already being built, and the VeVe Verse isn't even released yet. So, I think anybody with gaming experience can understand exactly where this is about to go.
Yeah, man. And just to add on to that as well, what you saw with the vehicles, this is before scripting comes in, right? So obviously it's a kind of, I suppose, like a child's play version of scripting. Yeah. So you probably heard me explain of what you can do now, but this is, they're going to release something else on top. I don't know too much about it. I've just heard, some of the guys speaking about it. But for example, I can make a car go from point A to point B, and then it basically comes back in a loop. So that's why it's a lot better for, short film shots. But from what I can gather, you'll be able to, make a car drive a certain way, then it chucks a left. Then maybe if it goes past the collectible that is part of that IP, this is really out there, but maybe he'll be able to hop in the car midpoint and, with other collectibles interacting with each other and stuff like that. So I completely agree with you. I'm sorry, you got Collector's Gone Digital. What's the best thing to call you? Because I'm really bad when it comes to really long names. So is it Josh?
Yeah, my name's Josh.
Do you mind me calling you Josh going forward, dude?
Absolutely, go for it.
Let's go. Appreciate you, Josh.
Yeah, and you know what's even interesting about your point there is I was actually even thinking even simpler than that. The mini game that I was thinking of when I saw the vehicles moving from point A to B is just picture yourself standing on a square platform, right? And just picture you looking forward, and you have 2, maybe 3 lanes of traffic. And then for each side of that square, you have 3 lanes of traffic. So you look right, you have 3 lanes. You look behind you, you have 3 lanes. You look left, you have 3 lanes. You look in front of you, you have 3 lanes. If you just script a Kit's Knight Rider, a Coca-Cola truck, a DeLorean, right, going from point A to B randomly down one of those lanes, and then you have players standing on that platform, that's a mini game right there, right, trying to avoid the vehicles. So it's insane where you can take this stuff.
Yeah, and on top of that, I won't say who it is, but somebody's already built a really cool chessboard. So you'll instantly be able to play chess because they give you the option, the editor creator option, where just say yourself, Josh, and Osman are in a space. It's your space. You've made the chessboard, and then you've got Marvel pieces on there or whatever. Maybe Osman's got. You do DC versus Marvel. You can each move a piece each time. You can sit there, you can talk, with your avatars. I know in my videos you haven't seen any of the avatar kind of stuff because it's first person view, point of view rather. But yeah, you're exactly right, mate. It's the possibilities are endless, and this is just the start.
Yeah, definitely. All right, guys. Well, I'm sorry, I've been a little bit quiet. I'm just trying to work out how to do this this giveaway. But I think I've got an idea. So what I'm going to do, so Mondo has donated 4 redemption codes for the Addiction comic on VeVe, and what I'm going to do is how we're going to do it is anybody who wants to enter, I want you to write and pin it to the chat or write in the comments. Says I love the Addiction comic, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put your name on a wheel of names, and I'm going to spin that wheel 4 times, and then we'll have 4 winners who will be able to, and I'll be able to send you a code. It's got a code and a QR code as well. It will all be individualized, so it'll be just for you. And you should, as far as I can tell, either scan the QR code or put in the code, and you should be able to redeem yourself a free Addiction comic, generously donated by Mondo. So again, a big thank you for that one.
Okay, so if you guys want to participate, enter now.
Yeah, so chuck it down. That's it. I love the Addiction comic. Yeah, that's it. And then
Good luck, everybody.
That's it. Good luck, everybody. So tell you what, I will. Let's dramatize this a little bit. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if you want to enter for your chance at redeeming yourself an Addiction comic generously donated by Mondo, please, in the comments, comment, I love the Addiction comic, for your name to be entered onto the wheel of names. And I will keep it running for another minute, and then we're going to spin that. Then we're going to spin that wheel. How's that for dramatic music? All right, we'll keep it running for another 10 seconds. So get your entries in now. And 1, and that's it. Okay, let's see what we got.
Is it done?
It's done.
Okay.
So D, I believe you've got a wheel ready to roll.
I have the wheel. I'm adding the names as they were coming. So I don't miss anybody.
Yep. So I see Doctor, I see Cam, I see Richard, I see Green Goblin, I see Man with a Plan. I like that name. Cool. I see Tails, I see Cake, I see Batman Who Laughs, I see My Collectibles, I see Casual, I see Chobafet, I see Myers, obviously Josh, Collector's Gone Digital, and I see 7, and FT Tangents. Tangent? That's a cool name. Oh wait, no, sorry, that's another chat. Sorry, that was pinned. So we're leaving it at 7.
Oh shit. Okay, hold on.
My bad. So there should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, take that back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 names.
14. Okay, I have 14.
Excellent. So yeah,
Okay.
so what we'll do is we'll spin that wheel 4 times, and then I will message, or either that person hit me up in the DMs, and I will get you your redemption code.
Let's go.
Let's do it. And again, big thank you to Mondo for the generous donation. You're an awesome human being. And thank you so much for taking the time to listen to our space.
Okay, you guys ready?
Wait.
Oh,
I need some.
wait.
Wait. We
Oh,
gotta...
he's coming up.
Oh, what? Mondo's coming up. Oh,
He's
he is coming up. Hey, Mondo.
Hey, Mondo.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, mate.
I'm
Thank you for.
No, go.
Thank you for speaking.
No, you're welcome.
No, I was
No.
going to say thank you.
So hold on. Before you spin the wheel, so don't worry because I know you have to close the space. So I'm gonna give you the other codes for everyone for the 14 that enter, so everyone can have a code. So don't worry. I'm gonna send you on
What?
A what?
Yeah, so don't worry. It's holiday season. I've been sick, I don't know, for 5 days in bed. So it's fine. It's totally fine. So don't worry about the spinning the wheel. I'm gonna send you on DM, and then you can reach out to everyone and send them their codes.
You're awesome, man.
Oh, wow.
That's
Oh, my
awesome.
God.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And I'm so sorry, but I have to get well for this week, and also my daughter is staying with me this week, so she cannot get
Oh,
sick.
yeah, no.
So thank
Yeah.
you so much.
Well, appreciate you coming up.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
You're awesome. Awesome.
All right. Well, we're spinning the wheel for the 14 people. Yay!
Everyone wins.
Win.
That's it. You're all winners.
That was like an Oprah moment right there.
That's
Nice.
it.
Yeah,
Thank you.
It's like, you get a code, you get a code, and you get a code. No, excellent. No, awesome. Thank you, Mondo, for the giveaway. Thank you for listening in the space. I hope you enjoyed all the conversation we've had this episode. We've had all sorts of different things this time around. We've had everything from collecting on VeVe to basically protecting your ID on the internet. Been all over the shop. But I think Casual's got his hand up. Casual, do you want to leave us with something before we start closing out?
Yeah, first of all, thank you very much, Mondo. Thank you very much, the Addiction team. Dude, this is the first time I've ever seen this in the space. So everybody here in the community, we're going to make sure to tweet out what we got to tweet out, show respects. That is really, really cool. Also, Ozman, thank you for making a very comfortable space. And I just held my first real space the other day, and I don't think I would have been able to do it without coming up here and just getting acclimated. And I feel comfortable. You're an awesome host. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Dee, for co-hosting. I'll step down. You guys have a nice day.
You too,
Thanks,
Casual. Thank you so much, and it makes me feel like so blessed and privileged to be able to provide that sort of confidence for you to take that step, because that's one of the reasons why we hold these spaces, because we want to try and promote and encourage other people in the space to branch out and maybe try something new. And
sorry, Oz, but I just wanted to say I feel terrible that I feel like I've only been in this space once, and I don't know why on earth this space isn't jam-packed with people. This is a weekly thing, right?
Yes, sir. This is our Sunday show. So I do two shows every week. We do VeVe Wednesdays, which for us over here in the UK is 4 o'clock till 6 o'clock in the morning on Thursday mornings. And this is the Sunday show, which I normally do Sunday nights from 8:30 till 10:30. Man,
fantastic, bro. Like I honestly feel really bad that I can't believe we don't really know about this. So, next time I'm in O'Milly's space and it's around this time, bro, I'm gonna take everybody over there and make O'Milly rug his space, because this is what we need. And shout out to O'Milly, he does a great job. But we're in a collector space. We definitely need more of this. As Casual said, you're clearly making people feel comfortable. I see a lot of the speakers, don't really come up in those other spaces. I get there, the wild west over there sometimes. But thank you very much for having myself up, meeting everybody that I haven't previously spoken to. Mondo, I know we've spoken a bit as well. Thank you very much for the comic giveaways. But yeah, man, what a great space. Awesome, guys. Thank you.
No, thank you, Tales. Like like I said before, a big thank you for everything that you do for the community as well, for the vault building. Just being an awesome individual. I'm also a big fan as well of the Twitter space you had a while back with Falcon about your Dark Knight discussion. Really, really cool. And
yes.
I'm hoping you do more of them in the future.
We're doing on Tuesday. This Tuesday we're going to cover Heat. Michael Mann's
Excellent. Excellent.
That will be 9 p.m. UK. We'll probably run it for about an hour or two. But yeah, I'll put out a tweet tomorrow. I'm a bit rubbish at planning ahead. I'm very much live my life day by day, unfortunately.
Excellent. All right, cool. Well, yeah, guys. Well, definitely stay tuned for that one. So yeah, so I guess if anybody wants, I'll leave the space open for just the last couple of minutes. If anybody wants to jump up and say a few words before we start closing out, please do so.
Hinano,
here we go.
Hinano, Josh, and MASC.
Yep, you guys go first.
Yeah, hey, real quick, I just kind of wanted to reiterate what you spoke about the beginning of the space about our next VeVe Live. I believe we set 2 dates so far, which is either the 10th or the 17th, which are Sundays, which will replace VeVe weekends on Spaces for YouTube instead. And I think we're just waiting on Dino to confirm that we may be doing it on the 17th, but it's either going to be on the 10th or the 17th. If anybody wants to be a part of that, reach out to Dee. She's coordinating with that. If not, if you are a part of the VeVe Collective, I will have the video links ready for everyone if they decide to join on the 10th or the 17th. We welcome the entire community to come up. Anyone is welcome to come and hang out. If you've never been on YouTube before, you do not need to show your face. All you have to do is just have a PFP. If not, come in the chats, hang out. We're going to be doing giveaways. We're going to have another show and tell. And anything else we can think about. What do you think about that, Prez?
Sounds pretty good to me.
Thank you, everyone, for joining this space and all the speakers. Mondo, you are an awesome dude, and I appreciate you all. Take care.
Thanks, Hinano.
All right, yeah. Thanks, Hinano, yeah.
Sorry, Osman.
Guys, you beat me to it. How about we have MASC next? MASC, do you want to go next, mate?
Oh, just really quick. Thank you for the space. As always, it's Tales up here. I was going to say, Tales, it was nice meeting you, but I see he's no longer here. And glad he's not doing any more Dark Knight spaces. So I'll be looking forward to the next one.
You're an idiot, yeah. You're an idiot.
No, but truly, Oz, man, I appreciate you guys. Dee and Nanu, these spaces are awesome. One thing I always told O'Malley is that we always need a collector space. It's just to, there's a lot of people in the community that I think Richard had spoke earlier about that. I'm in a Discord as well, where it's just there's some comic people in there that they don't want to be in the VeVe Discord, or because eventually VeVe has the comic part on the Discord, but usually comic market people will go in there and they'll ask, is this comic good? So that they just want to have a normal conversation about a comic book and not talk about values or anything else. So these spaces are very welcome when it comes to that part of the community.
No, definitely. That will. Well, again, thank you very much. Like, for everybody who takes the time out of their busy days to come and chill with us. I mean, like, it's like I've said before, and I'll say it again. It's you guys that make these spaces what they are. And so long as everyone keeps coming back and keeps listening, I'll keep posting them. Josh, yeah, you want to leave us with some final words, mate?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to be repetitive here, but I just want to say thank you for the space. I know Tales made the comment about how some people are speaking in this one, and you don't see us in any other spaces, and I do think that there's honestly a reason for that. So, thank you for providing a safe space and, doing what you do. But I think just to maybe round some stuff off, I know that there was a point in this space mentioned by, I think it was Dokta, about perception isn't exactly reality. And I think that would be an awesome talking point, maybe in a future space, because I do think that that's a point that isn't talked about enough nowadays. And I think it's a point that contradicts itself. So I'd love to maybe speak on that a little bit more in the future.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, I'd be totally up for that. All right, guys. Well, like I said, it's coming up on 10:43 here at night here in nice sunny Bristol in the UK. But yeah, I was just going to start closing the space out. I just want to say a big thank you to everybody for speaking the space tonight. We've had a very sort of very rounded conversations tonight. We've been covering VeVe drops, a little bit about protecting yourself online, about like showing your face online. Josh shared his story as well. Again, big thank you for sharing that as well. And yeah, just stay safe out there, guys. Like, on online, keeping your identity safe online is a big thing these days. And just make sure you're taking the proper precautions to protect yourself if that's what we want to do. And yeah, big big thank you to everyone who spoke. Big thank you to everybody who's been listening. Either you're just coming in or just been here the whole time. I appreciate every single one of you. And like I said, it's you guys who make the spaces what they are. Massive thank you to Mondo for the addiction redemption codes. I will try and get those out to the 14 winners as soon as I can. And yeah, just a big thank you to everybody. So before we start closing, I'll do my little closeout spiel. I just want to say a big thank you to everybody who spoke, everyone who listened. And I just closed my notes by accident. Just bear with me a second because there you are. So, as I've said before, these spaces are brought to you by the VeVe Collective. And the VeVe Collective, in case you're wondering what this mysterious word is I keep throwing around all the time, is more or less just a group of us that came together to create a safe space and a group to sort of collect and connect with other like-minded individuals who just share their love of collecting, whether that be physical, digital, or if you're into fandom, whether that be Marvel, DC, comics, film. Just a nice sort of geek out chill session where we can all just share together in a nice comfortable and safe environment. And that's basically the whole idea behind that. We do also have a Discord as well. If you are interested in getting involved in our Discord, just shoot us a DM and I'll send you a link to that. I'll give some of our members a big shout out. The way I sort of categorize you as a member is if you're a member of our Discord, but I said that sounds like a formality, but just a big shout out to some of our members. So we have the Real Uncommon Podcast with Hinano and Dee, My Collectibles, K Collections, Evolve Collects, Josh from Collectors Gone Digital, formerly of VeVe Investments, Double Quill. So big shout out to you with your blog. Please check that out. She just dropped it not long ago, which is Telling Time, Adventures in VeVe number 36. Chris Severs with his blogs for Go Collect, VeVe Arcade, where he does his show every Sunday and does the Chill Pill and all his other shows in between. DoktaStrange with all things strange with his Stack and Slack videos and all his the interviews he does as well on his channel. So give him a big support over there. We've got the biggest bro with the bare minimum who does his live stream from time to time. I have Shawnee Poo with Shawnee Poo Tube. Informant BE and Mo with Skin and Bones, and of course Mr. Falcon with these Watching Films on the Toilet podcasts, which he does on Spotify with his co-host Eamon, which is very, very entertaining. And of course one last one for me, Mr. Osmond Collect 63, who does his Relax and Read every Friday night here in the UK, where I basically take a comic book on VeVe and I read it. And we go through it, take a look at the internal artwork, and basically just read the story. And the whole idea behind that is just to encourage us to sort of open up all these comic books that we collect, and actually take the time to really enjoy them. So yeah, that's all it is for me, guys. So again, a big thank you to Dee for helping me co-host, because it gets a little bit overwhelming, and all of a sudden everyone wants to put their hands up and say, "I've got 100,000 speakers at once." It's like, holy crap! So again, a big thank you to Dee for that. And so always amazing co-host. And Dee, being the co-host, is there any other final words you want to leave us with before I say my goodbyes?
I just want to thank everyone for coming to the space and hanging out with us in the audience or up on as a speaker. And thank you for the ones that were comfortable enough to join us for your first time today. Mondo, thank you so much for your generosity. Congrats to all the people who will be getting the addiction comic code. Everyone just have a good rest of your day. Have a good night. Enjoy the beginning of your work week. And just enjoy life.
True that. Wise words. All right, everyone. So this has been VeVe Weekends episode number 14. So I've been your host, Osmond Collect 63. And I'm hoping that you can join me for either VeVe Wednesdays, which is our Wednesday show from 8 p.m. till 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, or 4 till 6 UK time if you're on this side of the pond. And yeah, so stay safe. Have a good one. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and talk more with you soon. All right, take care, everyone.
Bye.